By the look of your face, it never gets better. Cough drops. Bad combo. That might be the worst shotgun I've ever seen you have, but welcome back to another episode of Off Season Fun with the Hammer and Skinny. I'm the Hammer, and the guy that's dying right now is Skinny.
I'm Skinny Domestic. Dude, I had cough drops in, I put them to the side, and...
Oh, you know what? This isn't Off-Season Fun anymore, though.
It can be our last Off-Season Fun episode, I guess.
Yeah, because this is technically... No, we got to redo the intro. We got to make it great. Welcome back to another episode of Two Drunk Guys in a Football Podcast. I'm your host, Marcus, the Hammer Mary.
And
you are?
I'm Skinny Domestic. I guess technically the season has started with camps and everything. Everybody have to reporting. No, but I had cough drops in. I moved them to the sides thinking I'll be okay. But like that minty, fresh flavor and cold beer didn't... It's like cold water after you brush your teeth. Or, don't do it, guys, because that was terrible. But this last weekend was Marcus's birthday. How does it feel to be closer to 30?
Terrible.
Still got a couple of years. Still got a couple of years, but
it was a good birthday. So me and Malachi actually share the same birthday weekend typically, because his birthday was 2 days before mine. So we did some stuff for him. Got some cool things. Got a tattoo for Malachi. 4-leaf clover that says Godspeed, and then Brooke got me. Actually, it's kind of cool. No one will be able to see it, but it's like one of those bracelet things that once you look at it, you can see a picture.
Oh yeah, picture of you and him.
Yeah, me, Mal, and Dylan. So It was pretty cool. It was a good birthday. Feel 27. Feel like I'm 27. So
I
don't know.
I couldn't make it since I was out of town, so this gift makes up for it.
Oh yeah, he told me I couldn't
open it until the podcast,
and I have no idea what it is. I will say, I will give my guess. It feels like a shirt, and I want to say it's something like Justin Jefferson, but we'll see. You want me to open it now?
Yes.
He's so excited for it. I better be something funny.
Oh, dude, it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, it's not. It's not. I'm putting that on. Wait, we'll give the grand reveal. Wait, podcast, wait. Oh, you're a funny man. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Ooh. I hope it fits.
Oh, I think it's gonna fit like a glove. That's ridiculous, Skinny. All right, you ready for the grand reveal?
Yeah.
Okay. And Arthur. Oh my god, dude! What does it say at the end?
I don't know.
Oh, Smith. It says Arthur Smith.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
No,
it's a nice T-shirt.
Oh, since he was your favorite person,
Oh my goodness, that's funny as shit,
dude. I was gonna get you a Hawaiian shirt with just his face on it, but I was like, no, I need more of Arthur Smith on the shirt than just like couple faces.
No, this is awesome. So, you most definitely, if you make a short out of this, you have to mash in me talking shit about Arthur Smith. Freaking out about Arthur Smith. Oh, I don't know, the million times I did. Arthur Smith is my favorite coach in the NFL. The Steelers got a gem on their hands,
I went to Google to find those photos, and I'm sitting there scrolling through. I'm like, what are the photos that would that just you look at Arthur Smith and you're just like,
oh, you made this shirt?
I didn't make it. I got it on Etsy, so I got the photos. I found somebody that like makes shirts or whatever, and I sent him those 3 photos, and I was like, I felt the person the person makes other sports shirts, and in my head I'm like, this guy thinks I'm fucking ridiculous. Who gets a coach's shirt, like not a sports player or whatever? And I'm just like, I explained to myself, I was like, my buddy's a big fan of Arthur Smith, so I need to.
That's what you told him.
Yeah,
he loves Arthur Smith. He doesn't. He hates all the.
My favorite photo is the bottom left one with the sunglasses on, just his stupid little fucking smile and the mustache. Just I'm gonna. That's in that picture in his head. He's like, I'm gonna put Tyler Algier in on the 3-yard line over Bijan Robinson. Smile.
Yeah. He's gonna give Tyler Algier 168 carries. Bijan Robinson. Now, Bijan, what'd they say? He got 1 carry in the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
Insane.
Better than a Justin Jefferson jersey. That's all I know.
Yeah, it made me laugh. It was funny. This is good. I will wear this.
Yeah. See, that's the other thing too. Is I had to think of a shirt that you would actually wear. I was like, he doesn't really wear Hawaiian things, so I don't know if he'd wear a Hawaiian button-up very often. And I was going to do a bucket hat too, but then I was like, I don't know about the bucket hat. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to go with a plain shirt.
I would have worn a bucket hat. Here's the thing. I might wear this to flag football practice or something. Because this is freaking funny, dude. This is awesome. Like, who would have thought that I hate Arthur Smith, but I love wearing him on my chest? So
I don't know. But happy birthday. I made up for
Thank
it
you.
Since I couldn't make it to your birthday party. My wife and kids showed up, and I guess they got you a gift. So
they got me a couple.
My name probably should have been on
couple
there.
Like big cans of beer, and then they got me some snacks and stuff like that, which was nice. I ate all the snacks. I was hungry, so.
Look at that. All right, but moving on. Gosh, man, dude, seriously, I love it. I was laughing the whole time I fucking was doing this shit. I was like, what can I do? But all right, moving on, Marcus. There has been a bunch of news, so
there has been.
Well, why don't you just go ahead and get us started?
First one, DJ Moore signs a 4-year, $110 million contract with 82.6 guaranteed. I like the move. DJ Moore is still fairly young. I want to say maybe he's like 26, 27. He had a pretty good year with Justin Fields, who I wouldn't say is the strongest passing quarterback in the league. And I don't like what's his nuts, Caleb Williams, but I do feel like he probably will be the number 1 target on that Bears offense. Keenan Allen's good, but he is old, and if he isn't, he will be in the next year or two. Plus, they have Roma Dunze that they just drafted, so I feel like this is a good move by the Bears just because it shores up a top 15 wide receiver for the next 4 years.
I also like the contract too because it's like I think with everything it's like 27.5 to like 28 mil a year. So he's a top 15 wide receiver like you said, and he's gonna be in the lower end of the money of it too. He's not like he's not pulling a Brandon and like, hey, I need 30 mil a year or anything like that. Despite I'd have to look at their stats. But then the other interesting thing with that contract is he's the first wide receiver to ever have his first 10 years guaranteed. Basically, like all of his money was like fully guaranteed in a sense with how this works because he gets all of his guaranteed money first. Basically, is how that works. Is what I'm imagining how they're viewing that. I didn't look into it, but reports were it's his first 10-year guaranteed wide receiver in NFL history with that. So
I wanna look and see what his numbers are compared to.
Here, you keep going on,
Braden,
and I'll get him pulled up.
Yeah, look up him and look at him versus Braden Ayuk. My next one is a Jags signed defensive end, Rasheem Green, to a 1-year deal. So depth, I don't know very much about him. I would say that he's probably a backup, 3rd string, 2nd string player.
Well, they just need depth.
Yeah, they need depth. The Jags kind of are a little rocky. Their defense is okay. Their offense is okay. We'll see what they kind of turn out. Vikings signed DB Bobby McCain. They needed depth at DB ever since. Well, I guess I can just go ahead and say this one. Mekhi Blackman on injury reserve for his knee. I don't know if he tore his ACL or what he did. It just says knee. That's a big hit. He came in last year. He was a rookie, played really well. So the Vikings do need help
somewhere. Oh, ACL.
ACL for sure. Yeah, I looked it up and I couldn't see it. I thought it was ACL, but I was like, I don't want to put out information on that for sure. I believe this is the Patriots defensive tackle they just paid, but that Christian Barmore out indefinitely with blood clots, and I believe they just paid him in the offseason, correct?
Yeah, Christian Barmore.
Yeah, they just paid him big money. This one was kind of crazy. Tua Tagovailoa signs a 4-year, $212.4 million contract. That's insane. Tua is a top 15 guy. I wouldn't say he's top 10.
Yeah, I'd put him probably like 12 or 13, just maybe 14. I'd have to.
Yeah. He's got one. Mike McDaniel might be one of the best offensive-minded coaches in the NFL. He also has the fastest offense probably I've ever seen. I mean, everyone there runs under sub 4.4. Everyone's a 4.3 to 4.2 or whatever. Tyreek Hill, probably one of the fastest players in the league. All that. So he's got a lot of speed. He doesn't really, Tua hasn't really shown me a lot in his NFL career. He has had some high moments and he's done some stuff, but he's really just so inconsistent. I just don't feel like he's past that threshold as a top quarterback, even though he's really hyped until he hurt his hip in college and was out for a while because it was, remember, tank for Tua.
Well, the two things that worry me about that are his head concussions. Like he's potentially,
but he was better last year. He's better last year.
He's potentially one major head hit again away from potentially being over with, and done. And two, he didn't do well until he had like a guy like Tyreek Hill. So
yeah,
like he wasn't a Patty Mahomes who needed a number one receiver or like we'll get into the other probably contract here soon too. I just think he's not. Unfortunately, quarterbacks with the market, they're going to get paid, but just not worth that much money because you haven't done anything to deserve it. You don't deserve it. Just because you're a quarterback doesn't mean you should be getting paid this type of money. You don't deserve it. Take the 40 mil, let that other 15 mil go somewhere else to better your team, and you're still making $40 million.
Yeah, I mean he's making what 53 mil a year.
Yeah, roughly, give or take. Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, that's more than Kirk Cousins' money, isn't it? Kirk had a 4-year, $180 million. Yeah, so that's more than Kirk. Right. Kirk is better than Tua Tagovailoa. Right there at this moment, as soon as this podcast airs, Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback. Tua is younger, but will Tua ever be the top 10? I don't know. Kirk Cousins is the 10th best quarterback, but he's still, I would say he's top 10 with the quarterback play we've seen last year. You could really push out a lot of guys that people are like, oh, they're top 10, they're this, they're that. Like, I love my boy Joey Burrow, but he hasn't been healthy and he hasn't really played a lot the last couple years, it seems like.
I don't know why it's doing this. I'm trying to look at more than just 2023 for DJ Moore and Brandon Ayuk, and it literally doesn't give me anything outside of that. Give me a second here.
I got you. I can do two things at once.
It just does the one season. It just keeps doing 2023. When I try to compare them, it's nope.
What's his name? Brandon.
I compare their career, but when I try to get to more than just the career or one season, they won't let me look at anything else.
Oh, that's what you want to look at, the career.
Well, yeah, but their career wouldn't make any sense because DJ Moore's been in the league longer.
Oh, you want to look at just part of it?
Like, I want to look over the last 3 seasons. You know, the play that's earning them their contract. Basically, last year.
I'll just keep going then. Jordan Love with that signs a 4-year, $220 million contract.
We were talking about this at the bachelor party over the weekend. The guy has played
a season in a game,
and is now the highest paid quarterback. You're fucking insane. Doesn't deserve it. Doesn't deserve it.
Okay, hear me out. I've been a Jordan Love supporter since day one. You heard me on the podcast saying he's going to be good. It could go tits up. He could suck. He could be way, way overpaid. But it also could be a good contract. You don't know. You know what I mean? They just gave him a contract extension, so he's on the books for 6 years with the Packers now?
5, I think.
5? Are you sure? It might be more. Well, maybe, yeah, because he signed a 2-year. No, he signed a 2-year after he got it. It might be 6 years. Let me look up when his contract extends.
Yeah, I don't. Sure, he had a good 1 season. That's like saying right now you would extend C.J. Stroud to a max contract to be the highest paid quarterback after 1 year.
No.
Yeah, you're not going to do that with any quarterback. I don't care who you are. After 1 year, you're not doing that of being a full-time starter. The Packers,
2028. So they have him for
another 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
Sure, he looked good. Players aren't getting paid what they deserve anymore, and it's annoying.
It's quarterbacks, really. It's 99% of the time quarterbacks, but here's the thing. If you've been in a team that's had a bad quarterback, Skinny, you'd understand. When's the last time you've seen the Eagles have a bad quarterback? Sam Bradford? Carson Wentz played pretty damn decent for the years that he played. It wasn't like he was absolutely god awful. I've seen Christian Ponder play. It's not fun. I've seen Sam Bradford play. It's not fun. Case Keenum was fun, but
I just we need to bring back this is what you're truly worth. Not we're gonna make you the highest paid quarterback when you've done nothing.
Guess who's not overpaid anymore, my friend? Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. Yeah.
Baker Mayfield, the Bucks look like geniuses with that contract. And I told you it's fine. I don't worry about it. Here's the thing. In a year, Jordan Love's going to be the probably 10th highest paid quarterback. You know what I mean? So the money doesn't matter. It's all play money anyway, because every single year it's going to be more and more and more and more and more. Really, honestly, you want to fix the salary cap for the NFL? Get rid of the salary cap. You know what I mean? But then you would have super teams, probably Dallas would probably win every Super Bowl because they would have every free agent. But then again, too, people say that. People still go to Dallas because they get so much attention. They get commercial deals. It's such a big market. There's so many more opportunities there anyway.
Teams the Jags would be going back to crap again, or even more crap.
They maybe, but it might be similar. I mean, yeah, they
would you rather go live in Florida? Would you rather go live in Tampa, Miami, or Jacksonville?
Yeah, not Jacksonville. Jacksonville would be the last.
Exactly.
I'd rather live Tampa than Miami, probably.
Yeah,
but still, and then Jacksonville by far is the last.
I would rather go live in Cleveland, Ohio, before I live.
Tampa's up here, Miami's right here, and then here's Jacksonville.
I would rather go live in Cleveland, Ohio, before I would live in Jacksonville.
Oh no, Cleveland.
Think about it. Jacksonville's ass. Florida, the tax in Florida.
I would rather live in Cincinnati. I've heard Cincinnati's actually kind of nice.
I feel like teams like Jacksonville would not. They would if we abolish the salary cap like the MLB, like the Yankees are always good, but they haven't won a World Series in a while. But then you get teams.
Doesn't matter.
Then you get teams like the Florida Marlins who, like, their total payroll is like $15 million right now. $15 million. That is the Yankees are paying a guy $40 million a year. So I'm not a fan of the contract. I think it's ridiculous.
I mean, it's unironically I like it better on Jordan Love than Tua. Jordan Love last year done more than Tua's done in his whole career in one season, I will say.
Yeah, I don't like either of the contracts.
We'll see. I mean, in a year, it might not matter, Skinny. It might be the best contract we've ever seen. Who knows? It's funny because I've seen this so many times with quarterbacks because I remember once Kirk Cousins signed his contract, everyone's like, oh, it's going to bankrupt the Vikings. It's going to this, it's going to that. It kind of doesn't matter because the salary cap keeps going up. It never really mattered at all. Like, it never caught up with us with Kirk Cousins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We didn't really do. We never really overpaid him.
Making $55 million a year.
He was making 4 years, $84 million, fully guaranteed, or something like that back then. That was a lot of money back then. I remember everyone was freaking. 3 years, $84 million. Everyone was freaking the fuck out. Everyone was like, "He's getting paid $30 million a year." Now we're talking about $20 million over that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree.
So
I agree.
$20 million a year over is crazy. I mean, back then, that's what you could have sold. That's probably more than what Sam Bradford, Teddy Bridgewater, Case Keenum, and Kirk Cousins all would have cost the Vikings in a year. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Anyway, back to the next stuff. Rams cornerback Deron Kendrick suffers an ACL tear. I don't know who Deron Kendrick is, so he must be a second, third string player because I don't think he's a starter. Maybe he is a starter, but I'm sure it still hurts their depth. Do you know who that is, Skinny?
No,
sure?
elite. He's an elite guy. Why?
He's an elite
DB3.
Some say he's the next Revis Island, but unfortunately not next year. He will not be. Quite a bit of Vikings news. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Christian Darrisaw signs a 4-year, $113 million contract, $77 million guaranteed. Love it. One of the most underrated tackles in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
Silently top five tackle, left tackle in the NFL right now. Probably easily.
Top 5? Left tackle or tackle overall?
Left tackle. He's pretty damn good.
It'd be pretty close.
That's good. I like Christian Darrisaw. He was a hit for us in the first round. He's played really well. He's quietly one of the better tackles in the league. Not really that crazy of money either, I don't think. Maybe he's the highest paid, but like 4 years, that's what? Just roughly 20...
Like 22.
Would that be 23 mil?
Like 22.
23 mil a year.
Just under 23.
Yeah, so I'm not mad about it. 77 guaranteed. He's still young. I think he's 24, 25. So he'll be under 30 once his contract's over. So I'm okay with it. Dolphins sign Emmanuel Ogbah to a 1-year, $5 million contract. They're just trying to bring back in some defensive talent. I think he played for them last year too, if I remember
he's
correctly.
Been there for like the last 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Piggybacking off of that one, I think one of the reasons why they re-signed him is because, I don't know if it's on your news, but Shaq Barrett retired, and he had signed with the Dolphins, so they basically had to replace him, in a way. So I think Ogbah's that guy that kind of steps in and replaces him. But yeah, Shaq Barrett retires. 9 seasons, 400 tackles, 59 sacks. I think, what was it?
It's crazy he retired.
I think 2 years ago is when his daughter drowned. Was it 2 or 3 years? Maybe? When his daughter drowned?
In the same sense.
Yeah, I think that's kind of had a impact on him. Because the reason why he wanted to retire was to be more family-oriented. So I think that had a huge impact, and he's got like 1 or 2 other kids. So, yeah, it sucks to see him go because I did like watching him play.
Yeah, he's one of the best. he was one of the best middle linebackers in the league,
Outside,
or maybe
outside.
played right outside linebacker, but
Played right and left.
yeah, he's really, really good for the Colts for a while. Packers signed Kenny Clark to a 3-year, $64 million contract extension, which would put him at roughly 20, 20 and a half mil a year,
That's
21.
deserved. Kenny Clark on that
Yeah,
defense is a difference maker. When the Packers don't have him, or when he's not playing,
yeah.
you can definitely tell that they don't have anything else going for him. And
Oh, yeah. He run stopped, and I remember him stuffing Dalvin when Dalvin was, the best running back in the NFL for a while.
yeah,
So the Vikings are missing, honestly, right now is we have Aaron Jones, which Aaron Jones will be fine. He's old, so I don't know how good he will be this year, but Vikings need to draft another running back because I don't like once the Vikings can't run the ball. That's been our identity for 2 decades almost now.
I heard the boy Leonard Fournette's a free agent.
Too old. Too
Dude's
old.
like 28, 29.
Yeah, we have a 29-year-old running back that lost you a fantasy championship, so I'm okay with that now. He's gonna lose us games too. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Aaron Jones yet. He's good. He was good in his prime, but he's really old.
You're gonna love him.
You think so? We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I will. Vikings signed Fabian Monroe, cornerback. Again, more depth since Mekhi Becton got hurt, which means that they're looking for something. Also, Shaquem Griffin is hurt as well, so I wonder if they're just looking for depth at the position
Dude,
4.
you guys are not having a good DB room at all to start. ACL
No,
injury. One of your guys died. Like, it's not looking.
Mekhi Blackman is a huge hit to our DB room because he was going to be like DB3, I'm pretty sure. Because I think it was going to be what's his face, the guy that we got from the Cardinals last year is our number one. Oh, fuck you. I go, okay. Sorry, I can't remember.
Well, you have
names.
Pace Jr.
Yeah, he's not. He's a linebacker.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a really good inside linebacker though. For 10 weeks, the Vikings had the best number one defense in the NFL.
it's a shocker.
Did you know that though?
Mm-mm.
Last year, you did or didn't?
I did not. That's
Oh,
quite
okay.
shocking
Yeah,
that they had.
it is shocking. So right now, it's looking like we got Byron Murphy. We got Caleb Evans. We have Andrew Booth Jr. and Najee Thompson. That's all we have for DBs. So him getting hurt put us down to 4 defensive backs
Yeah, you
for a
had
cornerback.
7, and then now you are down to 4.
No, we had 5, and with
No,
him
what I'm
getting
saying
hurt,
is you had Blackman, you had
oh
the guy
yeah,
that you drafted from Oregon who died.
oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you had 7 to come in with, and y'all are losing them really fast, and the season hasn't even started yet.
I don't think this is really right though. Yeah, because where the fuck is what's his face at? Why
It's
do I
not
do it
looking
like
not
this?
too looking too good.
Shaquille Griffin's hurt. Yeah, Jalen Williams, Duke Shelley. Duke Shelley played for us. Actually played decent a couple years ago. Andrew Booth Jr. not looking good. Andrew Booth Jr. I think he's been in the league for a couple years. Hasn't really panned out. Yeah, he's been in the maybe not. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. The Vikings do a terrible job of corners. They've had terrible corner luck.
Yeah, basically
So that's all I
every
have.
wide receiver is gonna. That's all you have for news.
Yeah, that's all I have for news. You got
Dang,
more?
you missed out on a lot. Colts defensive end Samsung Obakam tore his Achilles. That's going to be big
That's
for them on their
terrible.
defensive end because their defensive front's usually pretty damn good. Bills
Yeah.
signed safety Kareem Jackson, so can't wait for another he hits me too hard and in the head and all that again, like what we got last year when he was in Denver. That's going to be so much fun to deal with. Plus,
nice, dude.
You know, he got suspended like the last 2 years because he's roughing people up.
I know.
Yeah.
Good, he should. The NFL shouldn't be so soft.
Lions tackle Taylor Decker signs a 3-year, $60 million extension.
Oh, I missed that. Yeah, that's good. Taylor Decker's pretty decent.
Cheap. Like, that's
yeah.
pretty fucking cheap, I would say, for him. Safety Jabril Peppers signs a 3-year extension with the Pats. Can be up to $30 million. I think it's like a 24, 25 range, and then up to 30 depending on all that other stuff.
Disappointment in the NFL.
Yeah, he did not live
He was not like he was in Michigan, right? He played at Michigan?
Yeah.
He is not anywhere near as electric. I thought he was going to be like a...
He's shown those signs.
Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah, he's shown those signs, but then it's just like 90% of the time you're not getting that, what you expected from him. Kicker Michael Badgley for the Lions. He's out for the season with some leg injury. Safety Julian Love signs a 3-year extension with the Seahawks, worth up to $36 million.
I did see that, Julian Love.
He's been solid for them.
Solid.
Yeah, that's a good one. Texans sign Cam Akers, making a team somehow still.
Yep.
Patriots extend defensive tackle Devon Godchaux, I think that's how you say it. Up to $21 million with Barrymore having his blood clot situation. You need some reassurance on the defense, and even with Gerard Mayo as head coach, the Pats are really a defensive team still. So
my team, yeah,
keep that going. Amari Cooper is in the last season of his contract, and the Browns gave him a $5 million raise. So now $80 million of his $100 million contract has been fully guaranteed now. So that's pretty damn good, I'd say. And he's been like a quiet good, like he's never, like he's been like at times you see like top 15 wide receiver, but then at times you get like maybe top 30 wide receiver. It's just up and down, but it's been quiet. Last year was very. He's
always someone in fantasy that I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not gonna hurt you, but it's. Meh.
I did that last year with him, and then.
And it is mad, but then he scores you 1,000,000 points.
50
so
fucking points 1 week because Joe Flacco's throwing it to him. 2 more things I got. Kenyon Drake retires after 8 seasons. Finished with 3,800 rushing yards, 33 touchdowns, 1,600 receiving yards, and 8 receiving touchdowns.
I will always hate Kenyon Drake. I have beef. You should have got me a Kenyon Drake shirt, because that's even worse than this guy right here. Maybe not as worse than this guy here, but Kenyon Drake screwed me. Started a big fantasy argument in our league like 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, because I remember sitting there in bed watching the Cowboys versus the Cardinals. I was going to beat Ben Daniels to be the number 1 seed or something like that. Like I was high rolling. The Cardinals are down big or winning big or something like that, one or the other. I can't remember if they're beating them or not beating them. Well, the Cowboys just allowed Kenyon Drake to run like an 80-yard touchdown. And Skinny had extra points for 50 yards, so it was 3 points for 50 yards and then like 2 points for 40-yard touchdown, something like that. Or it was like, maybe it was more than that. There's a huge swing in points because of that. I ended up losing by a couple points, and I was so incredibly pissed off because of it. I was like, this is so dumb.
It was a Thursday night football game 4 years ago.
Yes.
Because Tatum was still a baby. I remember, because we were down in the basement at the time, and I'm watching the game.
Okay, so, yes.
Yeah, and I'm watching the game, and in my head I'm like, don't give it to Kenyon. Yeah, don't give it to Kenyon Drake, and then he busts it. And in my head I'm just like, Marcus is going to be so pissed. Usually you're asleep by that time, like usually you're like, I'm not going to watch, or I'm going to bed because you got to work. But you were up, because I remember you were like, This game's too close. I got to watch it. And yeah, you ultimately lost.
I was so pissed. I had choice words to do, and I think me and Skinny got into a fight in the group chat. I was like, "This is so dumb. These rules are so dumb."
Hey, we still do the 50-yard bonus though. So
yeah, bonus, stupid.
And then lastly, we have football back. Hall of Fame game.
Will air tonight, as in Thursday.
Yeah. Sadly, we won't see Caleb Williams because the Bears are not playing any of their starters, so we have to wait to see some of Caleb Williams play, unfortunately, which I think is lame. Give the people what they want, and that's to see Caleb Williams play.
That's true. He sells tickets.
Yeah. Moving on, bad betting. We did Bryson DeChambeau to win the 2 weekends ago. He didn't even make the cut. He shot plus 12. The 1 week that I bet on him, he plays like complete ass. So we're gonna do baseball for tonight's Thursday games. We're gonna take the Royals minus 1.5 to cover minus 1.5 against the Tigers. We're gonna take the Cardinals and Cubs game to go under 8 runs. And then the Angels plus 1.5 against the Rockies. So with that 3-leg parlay, $10 would win you about $48 on FanDuel. It's about the same everywhere else. Bet it wherever you want if you want to do it. But if you parlay it together, you win $48. I just keep saying it's going to be bad, and then once football season comes back around, we're gonna nail this stuff and get back into it.
Off-season bad betting should die.
Yeah, off-season bad betting
is terrible.
I haven't bet on when you can't bet on football, it just goes bad because I'm just throwing. I don't watch baseball anymore, so I'm just throwing it on random shit. One of the guys that went to the bachelor party, last the week before, he bet on WNBA to win by 7 to 9 points or exact point win totals. Two $25 bets hit 6,000 and 4,000 on them. Yeah.
I bet he was living on cloud nine.
Yeah.
But people like that Skinny are the same people that are like, oh, I won this money. It's like, how much money have you spent before you won big? How much money did you lose?
Yeah,
probably not that, but you never know.
Yeah, there was somebody that was on that trip that showed us how much he's bet over the last 3 years, and man, it's insane how crazy some people get with it. Because I'm up on the year $300. That's how I bought the PC, and all because of just betting football. Everything else has been bad. All right, next thing. Do you want to do the mock first, or do you want to do our random topics first?
Oh, I totally forgot random topics. So
you forgot random topics?
I'll have to just take some off the dome.
Okay, let's do random topics, and then we'll do our mock. All right.
Okay.
Let's say you're on a vacation with Brooke. You're in the Middle East somewhere. I don't know. You're visiting the homeland of Egypt, and
Palestine.
Oh, so I thought your dad's Egyptian.
He is, but we're considered so. He's a quarter Egyptian, or he's half Egyptian, half Palestinian. In the Arab countries, you go by what your father is, so he's Palestinian, my friend.
Okay, but what country is he actually from?
He's Palestinian. That's the country he's from.
He's actually from Okay. Well, I'm just
that where he grew up at is Saudi Arabia. Oh, I'm Palestinian, my friend.
Okay, all right.
My friend.
All right,
but
so
he's Palestinian.
All right, you're in Palestine, avoiding the bombs and all that stuff.
Oh gosh!
You get it. You happen to hit a market and you see a lamp, and you buy this lamp for $5 American. You rub it, and a genie comes out, and it comes out. What are your 3 wishes if you were to have a genie?
Oh gosh!
And you have to think. Genies always try to twist things. a little bit. So, what would be your 3 wishes?
My first wish is that I could have $4 million in my name, cash money. Marcus Merritt, great success.
Dude, now you're getting fireworks too? What? Okay. Oh
It's like the bombs from Gaza, dude, blowing up all over me. No, I would like to have money, $4 billion.
4 billion now? 4 million or 4 billion? What would it
billion with a B.
Okay.
Next wish. I don't know if I should say this. Never mind. I'd wish for my little brother to be back. That'd be my second wish. Is Malachi not to be dead? I think that'd be a good second wish. And my third wish, we'd be good. We'd do something. I'd be like, I just don't want anyone to starve. I'd like clear hunger in the world or something like that. Just to have some good faith. I got all the money. I got my brother back. You gotta have some good faith.
the one good thing. I want to donate. I want to donate $10,000 to cancer research. It's like, dude, you have $4 billion. What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, $4 billion. I could do what I need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
And then with my brother being back, then you wouldn't be sad. You'd be like, oh, Mal's back, and then making sure no one's hungry ever again. That's like the nicest thing you could ever do.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do?
Here's your 5-cent bowl of rice.
Yeah, here's your rice. No, 10 cent for them now. Now 5, double it.
Oh, all right. Yeah, no, those are good. Good wishes.
Yeah.
Good wishes.
Now I gotta ask you something, huh? Let's see what I can think of off the dome. Okay. If you are on a deserted island and all you could have is one candy bar brand,
Ooh.
that's all you could eat, what would you eat? What would you pick? That's
Like-
all you could eat is just a candy bar brand.
Like
You gotta
chocolate
survive
bar?
off it. Any candy bar, whatever you consider a candy bar.
So a candy bar, I think of like a chocolate bar, not like Skittles. Like Skittles is a candy, but it's not a bar. So
Yeah,
like-
yeah, sure.
So a bar, man.
Either way, you're not eating very well.
No, probably get sick at some point. All that sugar.
Oh, yeah, you would. I just need more chocolate.
I crash landed on a remote island, and for some reason, all I had was a cargo shipment full of this candy.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to donate it. I was trying to get it to overseas for Marcus's World Hunger, so people wouldn't go hungry. I'm gonna go Almond Joys. I really like Almond Joys. You get some.
That's a good choice.
Get some
very tropical choice too.
Yeah, tropical. You get some coconut flavor in there. It's not just like all chocolatey. You get some protein from the one almond, So
Yeah. you take apart all your almonds and live off the almonds. Like, I
Yeah.
love almonds.
yeah, like I think Almond Joys would probably have to be it because they're not like super like chocolatey and sweet for me either. So I'll probably go Almond Joy.
Almond Joys are very underrated candy bar. People talk shit on them too, but I really enjoy Almond
Who doesn't love the
Joys.
taste of coconut? Like that's crazy to me.
It is crazy to me. Coconut is delicious. Very delicious. And very tropical.
All right. What would you do? I want to know what chocolate bar would you have? Candy bar.
Well, there's so many. I love Snickers, but it'd get old. And the thing is, it'd be even harder for me because I'm not a big chocolate bar guy. I don't like chocolate that much.
See, I
So
like
it
candy
basically is
more.
down to it's you like what?
Like candy. Like I like Skittles more than I would like a chocolate bar, you know?
See, I don't like Skittles though, so mine would have to come down to like either Snickers or Reese's. Do Reese's count, kind of?
Yeah, I would count it.
I'd say it'd probably have to be Reese's because I like peanut butter.
Yeah, I thought Reese's
So
too, but I like Reese's when they're frozen and with milk. So like I don't know what it's like to eat those without
you
those.
dunk your Reese's?
No, I like like you eat it and then like you take a drink and like it just
Oh, I just had a vision of you just taking your Reese's like, I love Reese's.
no,
And dunking them
I
like
don't
they're
treat it like
Oreos.
I don't treat it like an Oreo. But no, that's Reese's was
Good.
probably like one of my top like 3 when I was thinking about that. All right.
What was the second? What was the other three?
I thought about a Kit Kat just because like there's like they're longer or whatever, so like you can like break them, and with the wafer there's not a whole lot of like chocolate. It's more of, and you can get like the white chocolate Kit Kat, which I like more. I don't know, but all right. If you were an NFL owner and could start up a team anywhere, where would you put it? Like, where would you start? Like, what city would you start a team in?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, like you had 100% choice on where you're putting a team at. Where would you put it?
St. Louis. It's a decent enough market. It's St. Louis is a rough area, but as a very loyal market, and I feel like you'd get a lot of like you'd get some Iowa fans, you'd get surrounding state fans. You could take St. Louis has a decent metropolitan. You could take from other cities, and like you have one of the most loyal fan bases. Like XFL, they literally pack the old Rams Stadium. I feel like that'd be a good place to put a NFL franchise at.
What is it like? The average attendance is like 30,000 or some shit to a
Yeah,
Diamondbacks game. Yeah, we're going next
it's
year.
literally
I
more
already
than like
decided.
I think they said it was more than the Patriots last year. Someone weird like that. Some NFL teams that just are in smaller markets. So
Yeah, I
yeah, that's
decided
where
we're
I'd put
going
it.
to a game. No ifs, ands, or buts. So
Of the XFL.
yeah,
That'd be fun.
yeah, we're going no matter what. I don't care what you say, bro.
I've had so many people tell me that they want to go to an NFL game with me this year. I was like, here's the thing. I already am going to the Cardinals game this year against the Vikings. Like I already have to go to that, so it's not like I can just go. I'm not gonna go to a million freaking
Yeah,
NFL
but
games.
a
Give me a year break.
UFL game's cheaper, so we're fine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we'll be fine.
St. Louis. That'd be a great weekend trip. So,
Yeah.
let me think of my last one. Okay, would you rather be the special teams coach on a NFL team that wins a Super Bowl, or a head coach of a team that went 5-12?
Man, the way these head coaching contracts be looking these days, fully guaranteed and shit. I'd probably do special teams coach because having the ring would probably because you're making good money anyway. No matter how
Yeah.
you look at it, like the head coach clearly is pulling more, but as a special teams coach, shit, you're still making 6 figures, and you have a ring under your name. And it's not like special teams isn't like you gotta have your kickoff, gotta have your kickoff return. On punts, you got to make sure your punt team's doing its job. On field goals, you got to make your field goal teams So, I'd probably be a special.
It'd be a
teams.
lot easier too to be a special teams coach than it would be a head coach because it's like
Oh yeah, the only
you're
difference
worrying
would
about
be
the smallest part of the game.
the only difference would be just as a head coach you get fully guaranteed contracts. So
Yep,
even if it's
and a lot of money.
there's a lot of money, but I think I'd rather take the ring too. Because as a special teams coordinator, maybe with that championship ring, I get a head coach job in the next couple of years. I don't know, but
I highly doubt that you'd ever get a head coach job going for special.
no, just watch it. I'll be the first to ever do it. Just don't you worry. I have one more, just because with one of the news things. Yes, I love you. Hunter is down here and wants pets.
Sounds like Hunter.
Sit. Sit down. Sit. Sit. Sit down. Okay. My last one here is, who would you rather pay? Tua or Brock Purdy?
That's a really good question.
Like pay, I mean as in like pay like the $50 million that...
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Here's the thing, they're basically the same player to me. Like, I put them in the same category. Game managers. I mean, Brock Purdy played in the Super Bowl. Tua probably will never make it to a Super Bowl in his freaking life. I'd say Brock Purdy. I mean, Tua came from an Alabama program where he had everything handed to him. Brock Purdy had to kind of scratch and claw his way to where he's at. He's on. I don't know if I'd even consider it a better offense. Would you? I mean, it's a more rounded team, but like,
yeah, definitely,
offensive wise,
definitely a rounded team. Offensive wise,
that's hard.
I think the 49ers get a slight
edge
just because, yeah, Tyreek Hill is better. But okay,
I don't know though, because like receivers, like Tyreek Hill is better than Debo and Brandon Ayuk, and Jalen Waddle might be equal to Brandon Ayuk or Debo, maybe. But they have a better tight end,
yeah,
and a better running back.
Better running back. You have a better offensive line with the 49ers.
Yeah.
So I think that's where you get that slight edge. And then clearly the defense 100% clears the Dolphins.
I think Brock. I'm going to give it to Brock because I feel like Brock
has been more deserving because of where he started and came. Okay.
Yeah.
I would agree. I was just interested to see. I think the 49ers are going to pay him no matter what, and by the time they have to pay him, it's going to be like $60 million. But
he's what they want to.
I just think $60 million for a game manager is way too much money. Unfortunately, and you're going to have to start breaking up some of that team if you're going to pay him $60 million. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see.
I agree. Ready to do this draft?
Yeah, let me get it pulled over here.
So I am the 6th pick or the 8th pick? Where am I?
You are the 7th pick, and I'm the 6th pick. All right, so we're going to do a mock draft. Marcus's league, we're doing an auction draft. We'll do a mock auction draft one of these times, but I just wanted...
Yeah, we got a couple weeks.
Yeah, we just want to do a quick 12-team, 17-round, one super flex draft. I randomized it. We got me at 6, Marcus at 7. With that super flex being you can play a quarterback, it'll be interesting to see what people do and how they want to go about things. But let's just get this started here.
It'll be interesting because there'll be more talent to pick because people will take quarterbacks earlier.
Yeah, and how much are you going to value a quarterback and all those things. So let me get it started.
Because even if you get a quarterback that's a QB2, like it still makes a difference. So you have Lamb going 1, CeeDee Lamb going 1, Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're going to take Bijan.
Nope. I'm going to take Amon-Ra here and get a guy that is just going to...
Now here's a guy.
Yeah, here's a guy that's just going to get fed the ball.
Yeah, he Mr. Consistent. I'm going to take Bijan. Here's the thing. It's hard to take Bijan over Brees. I'm not going to lie to you. Because I feel like Brees has no competition.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about Braylon Edwards taking shit. Brees Hall is a really good running back.
First of all, but okay.
Braylon Allen. Braylon Edwards was a wide receiver, my bad. But talent-wise, I do think Bijan has the edge on him. He's going to be on a running behind probably a better offensive line, maybe. I mean, the Jets did do some stuff.
Well,
and a better quarterbacks are kind of equal.
I'm also
wide
looking
receiver
here
units.
at their stats. Bijan,
I think they have
245 for just under 1,100, 267 for 1,200, but they both had 8 touchdowns. Bijan should have had like 15 touchdowns last year.
Oh yeah, he should have.
Yeah.
If they would have used him. I'm gonna say I'm gonna take Brees over Bijan.
Bijan going to number 8 is kind of shocking to me.
It's what's going to be happening in a lot of drafts. Running backs are way helter-skelter. So this is a steal. If you get Marvin Harrison Jr. in the second round,
oh my goodness,
you got to take him. Dude is a stud. He's a sure. First of all, first-round wide receivers typically pan out in fantasy for the most part. They usually return on value. Marvin Harrison Jr., there's an argument to say he's a top 10 pick. Kyler Murray has fed many fantasy relevant wide receivers. Kyler Murray is on a contract still. He looked really good after he came back from his injury last year. Give me Marvin Harrison Jr. for sure.
Solid pick. With that, we have... Oh, also, Drake London went before Marvin Harrison. Crazy to me. Crazy.
That is crazy.
All right, so for me, since it's a dual quarterback league, and we're just going to look here. Damn, Sam Laporta's up here. Devontae, I do like Gardner Minshew. Running back, I think it's just too early for that. I'm going to take a guy that, I don't want to do double again. Damn, I don't like this position that I'm in at all. You're guessing with Devontae Adams in hopes that Gardner Minshew's good. I don't know if I want to take Sam Laporta when I have St. Brown, but it is most of their offense is right there in passing game. Josh Allen, I think I can wait till the third round for a quarterback, for a top fantasy quarterback. Fuck it. I'm going to take Travis Etienne. I think he'll be a solid running back.
Not bad. So Sam Laporta, okay, so we're going back. Turn.
Yeah.
Diggs goes off. They got Travis, Kelce. You do have your pick of the litter, basically, of quarterbacks.
Yeah. And I'm going to go and take the number 2 guy and take Jalen Hurts. I'm going to... With the... I don't normally draft a quarterback until like round like 10. But with a super flex, if you're not playing 2 decently good quarterbacks at all times, you're making a mistake. Like, yeah, Mike Evans will put up points, but he's not going to put up points like Jalen Hurts or Patrick Mahomes is going to, every week. So, and the difference that you're making up for drafting at those points is your other later round picks.
I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Isaiah Pacheco. Give me 2 solid running backs, and I think at the turn I will take another quarterback, depending on what's there. And Lamar goes off, so it was a good risk. Only 3 quarterbacks have been off the table. I'm not a big Patrick Mahomes guy. He's solid, but he hasn't really done a lot of drafts, so I'm a big fan of. Give me AR-15.
Nice. Dude, I really want to take Patty Mahomes right now. Like, you put me in a position to really just take Patty Mahomes, and that would be... Jalen Hurts and Patty Mahomes would be crazy, but I know, and, like, the depth of everything else, it's like, man, like, every other position at that point, there's still a ton of talent that I can pick up.
Oh, yeah, I just want to say we're in the 4th round, and James Cook is still on the board.
Yeah.
For wide receivers, you have Malik Neighbors, DK Metcalf, tight end still Mark Andrews,
because
Dalton Kincaid.
because it's a super flex league. I'm gonna take Patty Mahomes. I'm running Jalen Hurts and Patty Mahomes every week that I can.
Interesting.
And then like
Alvin
exactly
Kamara,
like you come back around and wide receivers like still top players, and I'm gonna take Kenneth Walker because they feed him in Seattle.
That was a good pick. So I'm gonna go balanced. I have a quarterback. So here after this, like, I could totally wait on another quarterback because it doesn't really matter because any quarterback scores 15 points, it's still going to be more than the average player. I like Zay Flowers, not in Baltimore though, unfortunately. He's talented. Tank Dell, probably the third wide receiver in the Texans, but I am going to take a number one target with this pick. I'm going to take someone who I've been high on in the offseason, someone who I think is going to make a next step forward, and I'm going to take George Pickens.
Solid pick. I thought about him too, but I was like, ooh, Kenneth Walker. Oh, see, that guy. Team 12 knows what they're doing. Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. Shit.
So let's see. It's going to get a little tougher now, though. So I think that I need to add one more running back to kind of there's some talent though left at running back, so I don't necessarily need to do that. Let's look at tight end. I have some time for that. I could take the next best wide receiver that I like. It's hard. Maybe I could take a quarterback. I really don't want to take Dak, so ooh, this is a hard position to be in. So this guy's going to be a risk. I mean, he had some off-season issues. I don't know if he'll get suspended. I feel like they'd announce it by now. Typically, the suspensions take about a year. Give me Rashid Rice.
Smart. I like it.
I think he's the number one on that team. I think he's better than Hollywood Brown. And
yeah, so I got 2 running backs, 1 wide receiver. Could go tight end here, which I think I'm going to go that route right now because there's still decent running backs and wide receivers. Actually, no, I think I'm going to hold off. I'm going to take a guy that's the clear-cut number one. He has his ups and downs, but I think with the quarterback that they drafted, he's going to be their guy, and I'm going to take Terry McLaurin.
Good pick. Jordan Addison goes off. Christian Kirk, Hollywood Brown, Dak Prescott, Jalen Reed, Xavier Worthy.
That works perfectly.
Najee Harris.
I also looked here, and I was going to draft a tight end originally, but then every person after me has already drafted a tight end, right? So these are things that people need to pay attention to. So I'm going to go and get the guy that's going to be wide receiver 3, potentially, or even wide receiver 2, at least number 2 in targets, I think. And be number 1 tight end. I'm going to get Brock Bowers.
So I still feel confident waiting a little bit on tight end. Kittle's been sitting there for a while. It's a hard one. Do I trust Tony Pollard in Tennessee? 27-year-old running back? Don't know. I do know that there's a guy that I'm really interested in. I really, really like Jonathan Brooks. Like, he could be a stud. May wait on him, though, as well. But there is a guy that I know that's going to be a sure-cut number 1, and it'd be fun to have both of them. I'm going to actually take Kyler Murray right here.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So there's a run on running backs. Jordan Love goes. Mostert. So it looks like it's probably getting on the nitty-gritty at running backs. They could take Zach Moss, who I think will be a number 1. They got Javonte Williams. Oh, shoot, I got out of the mock. Which he wouldn't be the worst running back 3 for me. I got at least 3 solid wide receivers, tight end. want to wait till the next round? You already took a tight end. Everyone before me took a tight end.
You pretty much can wait on a tight end if you wanted to.
I think I'm going to take Javonte Williams and hope that this team gets better and they get back to their fundamentals and start running the ball, which they probably will with the rookie running back, a rookie quarterback. So I'm going to take Javonte Williams.
Nice.
Hope for the best.
I am going to come in. Let's see what's going on here. And I'm going to take who I think will be the number one his rookie year at wide receiver. I'm going to take Brian Thomas Jr.
I agree. He is a good player that could really return value. So Eckler went, Zach Moss, Trey Benson. Trey Benson would be a steal.
And that works out for me. So I'm going to take my RB3. And I'm going to take a guy that's going to take a big workload because all of the guys behind him I still don't think are anywhere near as good as he is. He's familiar with that team. He's familiar with that offense. I'm going to take Zeke.
Good call. Zeke is someone that you could get in the 9th, 10th, 11th round, and he is a steal. So I'm going to take tight end here because after this I feel like tight ends drop off significantly or they're hurt. This is a guy that is going to be the number 2 target in this offense. Someone that I had last year that I really enjoyed watching. Touchdown monster. I'm going to take Jake Ferguson.
There goes my quarterbacks.
Sutton, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. So now we can get a little crazy with it.
A little crazy.
So I have my 2 quarterbacks. I have 3 wide receivers and 3 running backs. I'm pretty balanced right now.
Yeah, I pretty much have to pick up my backups, my bench players at this point.
Yeah, I'm about ready there too. I like Romeo Doubs a lot. Packers wide receivers scare me because there's not a clear-cut number 1. Honestly, it's a redraft league, so it doesn't really matter the age. I'm going to take a shot in the dark. There's 2 guys. So I like Keon Coleman. I don't know if Keon Coleman will be the number 1 dog in this the Buffalo offense. I could see it being Curtis Samuel, who has had some flashes in his career and has done, some good work. I don't look at him as a true number 1, but someone that would be fun to watch that I've seen a little bit of football with. I like Khalid Shahir. And I'm going to go ahead and take him as my 4th wide receiver. Just because of, the chance of him being a number 1 in the Buffalo offense.
Yeah, so running back's starting to get slim a little bit. You're going to be picking up guys that are RB2s, RB1s maybe to start the season, and then might take over. Just based off of the rehabilitation of his injury last year, it sounds like he's not going to be ready for the start of the season. So I'm going to take Jerome Ford. He played very well with the Browns. That's a good offense still. And I think until Nick Chubb's back, he's going to be good to hold that fort down. And then we come back here. Yeah, dude, still a bunch of stuff here. To me, how I draft is I'm the guy that likes to mess with other people's teams in a sense. Marcus knows what I did last year. I had 5 quarterbacks on my roster at one point because of the IR. I'm going to go and take my 3rd quarterback for my backup quarterback in a sense. And I'm going to take Trevor Lawrence. I think he's bound for a big season this year. He's on a prove that I'm worth the contract money too. And having him as a backup quarterback behind Patty Mahomes, Jalen Hurts will not hurt. So,
yeah. I think with the Bengals this year, it's going to be Zach Moss, but Chase Brown has shown some capabilities. he'd be my fourth string running back, so it's not like I'd need him for anything more than a flex. This Bengals team may throw the ball a ton, but maybe not. We don't know what Joe Burrow getting hurt as often as he does. They may have to rely on the run game as well. So give me Chase Brown. Shot in the dark.
Now this is where things start to get super tough.
Yeah, nitty gritty here. So JK, damn it, that's why I did want some JK Dobbins. I like Jalen Wright in Dynasty. I don't like him for redraft. I feel like there's too much in there. He is fast though, and he is bigger than what's his face, Achane, I'm pretty sure. Rashid Shaheed, meh. Josh Palmer, I do like. I feel like he could be the number one on this team over Ladd McConkey just because he's been there, and Justin Herbert's got to throw the ball to someone. So, ooh, that's hard though. Jerry Jeudy also could be like what, the second,
number 2.
He'd be the wide receiver 2.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson, and if Deshaun Watson gets hurt or something, could be Jameis Winston. If it's Jameis Winston, he could return a lot of value at this position. I already have, for wide receiver, I already have Marvin Harrison Jr., George Pickens, Rashid Rice, and Khalil Shakir. I feel like Palmer's safe, but I feel like Jerry Jeudy has a higher floor. He was a former first overall pick. What's his face is getting older. We'll take Jerry Jeudy.
Thank you, because I'm taking Joshua Palmer. I think he'll be the number one for a while until Ladd McConkey slips in there. But even then, he's still going to be a guy that Justin Herbert relies on. Then we come back and just looking at this, Dak's on a prove-it year. CD just got paid. Dak's on a prove-it year. They don't really have anything outside of CD as a wide receiver. I know they have Ferguson at tight end. So I think this year Brandon Cooks has to go back to his I'm going to have 100 and I don't know how many catches, but 800 plus yard season, and I'm going to take Brandon Cooks. I just think he's got to step it up, especially Dak's going to be trying to prove that he's worth $60 million. So, throwing the shit out of that ball.
Mr. Consistent. So I'm going to take a shot in the dark here. Running back is probably the most injured position in all of football, and you look for these backup running backs. I'm going to take someone that has a high upside that if Bijan Robinson would get hurt would be a clear-cut RB1, and I'm going to take Tyler Algier.
Smart.
So let's see. We're going to stack up teammates here, it looks like, with what I got. Yeah, it gets real bare real quick. I do like Pearsall, Ricky Pearsall. Probably not going to be the pick I take, just because I don't know what's going to happen. Quentin Johnston could be a steal. He was pretty high draft prospect, drafted in the first round.
Dude, all I've seen this year are clips of him dropping the ball again. Still,
really,
yeah.
So I feel like I got to take Roman Wilson. I'm gonna jump on the Steelers hype train. Hopefully, whatever quarterback they have can throw the fucking ball.
Yeah, I'm gonna come in and get my backup tight end. This guy had a big season last year after the number one guy went down, and I think because of that, they're going to incorporate him more in the offense. I'm going to take Isaiah Likely.
Yep.
we're going to come and get Bryce Young's number one favorite target, Adam Thielen. Mr. Reliable there. I think that wide receiver room is pretty big, but I think when it comes down to it, he's going to want Adam Thielen out there most of the time because he's who he can truly trust.
So I'm throwing sharps in the dark. Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. I will need a backup. I can get my meh. I do need another running back. I could take Clyde Edwards-Helaire and have the backup to the Chiefs starting running back. I don't know how I feel about him. He's very meh player. I kind of just have a feeling that Malachi Corley might be decent in this Jets offense. So I kind of want to take him just because I feel like the upside of being, a target on Aaron Rodgers' offense. I don't know what's his face is going to look like from the Chargers. He's on the PUP right now. I don't know what he'll end up being for the Jets, but I feel like Malachi Corley was good. Yeah, Mike Williams. Malachi Corley's a pretty highly touted draft prospect. And we're just gonna keep trekking. I don't want to do it, but I guess we got to do it. I guess I'll take another possible starter with the 16th round. I mean, I don't know if Zahir White is going to be the starter, but I know he's in a running back battle with Alexander Madison. If one of them get hurt, the other one could really propel. So I'll do that.
Nice. I have 4 running backs, which I think I'm okay with. I'm going to just draft whatever at this point. Could go another quarterback just to fuck with people, but don't want to do that. So I'm going to take Michael Wilson for Arizona. I know everybody's hype around Marvin Harrison Jr. and he's going to be this top guy and Kyler Murray throwing the ball, but Michael Wilson's going to get his targets too, and especially with teams dialing in more on a guy like him compared to Hollywood Brown. I think that's going to help him get a little bit more open. And then I'm also going to take Marvin Mims just because we don't know what we're going to get in Denver, and that man showed some highlights that he can be big ball guy and get, be that guy for him.
So to end out the draft, I guess I'm just going to take another shot at another wide receiver that could have some potential. This man just got a small contract last year. It's on a team that I don't particularly love throwing the ball, but they do have a top 10 quarterback, so I'm going to take Rashad Bateman to finish it out with the last pick. You do worse for last picks in the draft.
Yeah, you could. All right. With that mock draft, Superflex, we'll do an auction draft here in the upcoming weeks. I don't know. I think starting now with the season up, we have so much to cover. We'll probably just do mocks on like a Monday or Tuesday. Do them live like we did last week. But we are officially in the season, so that means I get to release the new intro and outro, even though I'm talking about it right now. But we'll have a new intro and outro to this episode, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But again, happy birthday! I'm glad you enjoyed the shirt.
Thank you. Yes, I love it. It's so funny.
Follow us on the X, Insta, Facebook, YouTube, Amazon Music.
Anywhere you need your podcast needs, we are on.
Yeah, all that good stuff. But with that, peace out. Y'all enjoy the Hall of Fame game tonight, and
Like
we'll
and
see you
subscribe,
next
my
week.
friends. In the bush.